Alright, so after a pretty mixed 8.4 opening, I got a 2 to 3 skill gem. Now there's a ton of options, obviously. There's like Mantis, Mcoc, Killmonger, Black Cat, just a ton of good options, right? But there's also Korg right here. And I'm gonna pick Korg because of a ton of reasons. First off, I value defense at rank 3 the most. I think that having rank 3 defenders just does so much for you in like battlegrounds especially, right? And you know, there are great skill attackers. Like I think Mantis is the best attacking skill 7 star. There's also Mcoc, who's pretty crazy. There is Crossbones as well. There's just so many good skill attackers. But I feel like the big 3 for the skill class are the defenders, right? You have Korg, Killmonger, and you also have Atuma. Now I feel like rank 3 one of those 3 is the best play for sure when it comes to a skill gem. And since my Killmonger is, you know, he's not a champion that I really enjoy, but Korg I really do enjoy playing, right? Because with his synergies, he's actually very, very strong on attack as well. So yeah, I thought, you know what? If I'm going to take up one of the big 3, I think it has to be Korg. So this investment is of course a kind of like, you know, basic one, right? But it's one that I feel like is going to pay off big time. So I'm not really mad about it. There is my rank 3 Sig 20 Korg. He's going to get more Sig stones as time goes on because I'll be honest, 7-star Sig stones are just really starting to show up a lot more than usual, right? Because we have like 20 Sigs from Act 8.4. We got 20 Sigs from like Winter of Woes. They show up in like some unit offers now. So yeah, we're starting to get those and I'm pretty pumped about it because now my Korg can go from like Sig 20 to Sig 60 maybe. But yeah, here is Korg on attack. Just usual stuff. Here we're going to go for a heavy attack, get a massive 58,000 crit, but that's not it. There is so much more here. We go for a light attack into an SP2, a nice 100,000 plus crit right there, and yeah, a nice 49,000 crit as well. He's a monster with the synergies, obviously. Like, he is a very strong attacker, and this isn't even his maximum damage output. It is, I kid you not, nowhere close to it, but you're gonna see that in a separate video because, oh my gosh, Korg can genuinely break the game. I'm not even kidding. So yeah, this is like the appetizer, right? This is just like the, you know, sneak peek of what Korg does on attack. And yeah, it's a lot more than you expect, to be honest. And here's an SP2, 0 crit, doesn't matter because it was still some great damage output. And yeah, this fight is about to be over. Just like one more combo, one more heavy attack, a nice 74,000 crit there, and that's it. 36 seconds, not too bad in the slightest, but let's go into some actual like story content now. Let's see what we have here. Here we have this True Lies and Auto Block lane. So Korg counters Auto Block because he goes constantly unblockable, which is, you know, an odd way of countering Auto Block, but hey, it counts, right? And yeah, the damage output and like these short matchups is honestly just really good. So yeah, he's a fun quester. Is he for Battlegrounds attack? No, right? He's not for Battlegrounds attack, just simple as that. However, he's for Battlegrounds defense. So no matter what, Korg has a use on your roster. He'll be like a godly quester, like right there for example, or he'll just camp on Battlegrounds defense and get you so many wins. So this man like always has a use on your roster. And I feel like this is why he is the best of the big 3 skill defenders, because he actually does stuff outside of defense. So yeah, I think Korg is such a good rank up. Honestly might be the best Go Rank 3 champion just overall, but you know, there's so many good ones. It's a great class. It's just kind of a basic class, to be honest. So yeah, do I feel good about this rank up? Honestly, after playing him, yes, because he is a beast on attack, so like I am pretty pumped. But it does feel kind of basic, yeah, but it is what it is. If he gets me wins, he gets me wins, I'll take it, right? But yeah, here I dropped the SP2, very nice damage there. Here I drop another heavy attack, and this should almost do it. The bleed just does its work, and there we go. That was what, 32 seconds right there. Yeah, most Korg fights don't last like that long. Easily under a minute, sometimes like 30 seconds and a bit. So yeah, here we have this galvanized node, and Korg is shock immune, so we can just bypass it pretty easily. So yeah, we're chilling there. And once they go unblockable, that's where the issue starts, because Korg has to parry, but we'll just see what happens, right? So this is a pretty goofy matchup, I'll be honest. Like, it does have a pretty funny ending, but you'll see what happens. But nice 40-something thousand crit there. Go back in, drop an SP2, and it does very good damage. Here we try to drop the relic, it doesn't happen. But then he drops the SP3, but guess what happens? It does like 0 damage, so there we go. I dropped the relic just to get it off, and then, yeah, the unblockable is now gone, but did you notice that I took 5% health from the SP3? It was 5% from the SP3, 5% from recoil, and that is insane. Like, that's actually just crazy, right? But now we have this anti-venom here, and this one is so wild. Same node and everything, so I have to like play around it, of course, but here's my game plan. Get to my 12 charges, drop the heavy attack right here, and then just try to go in, try to burst him down, see what happens. So there's some nice mediums right there. What is it, like 50,000 plus? Nice 77,000 SP2 crits. And yeah, that was like 20 something seconds, man. That is just unreal. That is just absolutely unreal. But now we have this Caltrops lane. Korg is a rock, so he is bleed and shock immune. Makes sense. I think rocks, you know, don't have blood and they can't be shocked. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good lore reason, right? But yeah, pretty good for like any bleed lanes. You know, my officer actually wants to assign a rank 3 Korg on Alliance War attack because he is bleed and shock immune. And, you know, I can finally do that now. So, hey, if anyone gets assigned Korg in Alliance War, it's gonna be me. So that's pretty exciting for sure. And yeah, here I drop a heavy attack. It does some pretty decent damage, and this should be over pretty quickly. Yeah, there we go. No crits needed. 14,000 non-crits. That's honestly just kind of absurd. But yeah, here we have Spider-Man 2099. Same note and everything. Just gonna go for some parries at first, and then yeah, we're chilling afterwards. But Korg's a beast. He's just so satisfying to play as well. And there is one more trick with Korg that I'll show you in a second. But yeah, it's honestly super fun. But yeah, here we keep on just hitting into him, getting the SP2, getting a nice crit right there, and that's it. That's just it. Crazy stuff, man, crazy stuff. But here I have this torch fight, and this one is wild because whenever the opponent evades Korg, he gains 3 crowd excitement charges, right? And this has a 90% chance to evade Korg. So, yeah, we're gonna get built up really fast. So yeah, check this out, man. We're like already built up to 21 charges. There I miss it, but it's fine. But just look at this damage output in a second. We're gonna go for a parry, it fails, doesn't matter. And yeah, 141,000 crit there, a nice 100,000 plus medium, and that was 24 seconds. Now this node is honestly very anti-Korg, but it also is very pro-Korg as well because of the evade. So it's like, okay, it's not good for him, but it's also really good for him. It's weird for sure, but yeah, he still does really good. Hard Knock Life is supposed to screw him over, but it just doesn't, thankfully. So yeah, we're chilling. Here I took like a whole combo, but it did barely anything to me, so that's pretty funny. And yeah, here we go in for an intercept, and now we're doing like what, 83,000 mediums, and then a 158,000 crit right there. And the craziest part is, the damage output gets even higher. So yeah, Korg is insane. Like, Korg is actually insane. One of like the better defensive characters that has like some attacker use as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on rank 3 Korg, and yeah, that's about it from me.